Okay, telemarketers, it's time for Telemarketing 101. What is one thing you do not do with, say, trailers of a video game? Oh, you don't give away stuff that doesn't even show up till 75%, unless it's completely unrelated. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the part where it turns out I call the big twist by putting together tiny snippets of the commercial with bits of the game we seen. It should not be put together that easily, but here it comes.
Yeah, it was. No, I don't blame you, Joe, but it was kind of easy to do anyway. So.
Yeah, my main issue though is how easy.
All right, so this is what
like
happens when we actually lose against Coyotes instead of beating him.
Because again, we're supposed to lose.
This soundtrack is incredibly diverse.
Don't worry, Shiroi. In Lightning Returns, we'll have a soundtrack that's actually pretty great.
I don't want to please her. I want to save her.
I want to save her. Blah, blah, blah.
You're going to leave us?
Good old Liam
I'm a grumpy
O'Brien.
bastard.
Liam O'Brien.
Well, look at the bright side, Shiroi. In this part, you'll get to see pretty CGI.
So again, we have Pedro's favorite voice actress and one of Tio's favorite voice actors together.
Oh,
yeah, the problem is at least the character of Serah has some beats that could have made Pedro like her. Kaios is that likes his appearance, but
he's a ripoff of a Super Pro.
Well, not really. He's a ripoff of a lot of things. Like appearance-wise, he's kind of Sephiroth-like. He has the Soul Edge from Soul Calibur, and that's pretty. And a moveset that will fit in a Dissidia game, but that's it. Also, that guitar.
He also has a similar motivation to the Super Pro.
Also, about this guitar, Nier did this so much better. Sorry.
Which
is interesting because
it's wearing like a sailor.
That's the greatest idea ever in the history of mankind.
Anyway,
the
gist of this is...
Oh yeah, look at this. For some reason, they figured they would start to emulate what's it like to watch an unremastered movie from the 1970s. Yes, now we have black...
crumpling effects on the... What?
Apparently now, Shiroi, now for some reason, we're trying to make this look like an old movie that hasn't been digitally remastered yet. Why?
Even though it's not black and white.
I can understand the bullshit excuse they would have pulled out, because this is supposed to be a future where mankind was wiped out, so of course, everything is in ruin and technology doesn't work well too.
You're giving it too much credit too.
I probably do.
Yeah, okay, Shiroi, question.
Oh, wow, those tears, they're horrible. They're also terribly...
Those tears are making me cry. They're horrible.
Shiroi, remember, hey, Jov and Shiroi, remember that moment in Sonic 06 in Shadow's story, where for no reason whatsoever, the screen goes black and white for a full second?
Yeah.
I guess this is, yet again, one of those...
It made more sense there, because that was a dramatic moment. This makes even less sense. Oh, look, black and white.
There you go. Okay, why? What's the point of this? Okay, Jova, since you said that you know what's the point of this, what is the point of this? This in here and in Sonic 06. What's the point of this, really?
I didn't say I know the point of it here. I just said I knew the point of it in Sonic 06. Sonic 06, like I said, is better than this game.
I know, but what was the point of the black and white thing in Sonic 06 exactly? Because I sure the fuck don't know.
It was a dramatic moment for Shadow thinking heavily about Memphis. Yes. It was a very awkward means, but at least it had a purpose. This, on the other hand, doesn't even really fit its purpose that much, because you'd think that the whole movie would be like black and white to go with the whole line thing, as opposed to just, staring up at a statue.
Anyway, the gist of this...
I can't believe I'm comparing Sonic 06 this much positively to this game, as much as I have.
Yeah.
So yeah, after
the gist of this is that Noel, since Yule died and Chaos pretty much abandoned him, Noel is just depressed as fuck. I don't blame him, honestly, and he's just wandering around waiting to be dead in the desert.
Basically, sure, he's had enough of this shit.
Also, this filter. I don't get this filter.
Why is Serah's outfit red now? Red and white?
It's because of the filter. It's because of the stupid lightning filter.
Filter. Why we're using this red filter? It's like that moment in Page Master when everything goes red for some reason.
At least Page Master had the reason of it being, like I said, dramatic. So it made sense for that particular scene to be all red
It's like
and stuff
that
when
joke
being
with nostalgia
split
grading.
Yeah, I'll just
God
quote.
would be like, let's put some red filter
No.
here.
Yeah, I'll just quote what Doug said. Lighting people. Sorry, you have to be a little more clever if you're. You have to.
You mistook lightning for lighting.
Lighting.
Lighting
Okay.
really hurt you that much.
Lighting engine guys. Please, you have to be a little more clever about your color schemes. God isn't just sitting right there. A dramatic moment. Okay, red filter.
You know.
Yeah.
Hey, no. Matt, to mention, I'm actually surprised that the 13 team didn't name their lighting engine the Lightning Engine.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't drove on this. Knowing them, it's probably something they would have do too.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, remember, Teo, the Crystal Jewels was also made to be used for Versus 13. So.
All right. Oh yeah.
And yet, Versus 13 is no more.
It's called Paddra-Nsu Crystallis, so of course it fits.
And now, there we go. And now God decided to, guess.
God is not pleased with this game anymore.
I will stop you before you make lightning returns.
So here's how it went. Basically, that's how Noel got up and at the beginning of the game. He was just wandering around like a dickhead, and then got stuck in this ascension kind of thing and ended up in Valhalla. Basically, it was just a victim of a casualty.
You know, just a word, the game would have been a lot easier to follow if it started with Noel's backstory. Just saying.
Yeah, I have to say, yeah.
I agree. So now we're going to Valhalla, I guess.
No, well, sadly no, since this is supposed to be a dream sequence, Serah is here to put things back into reality.
So there you go, Shiro. Next
Dang
time,
it.
there you go, Shiro. Next time you see someone sleeping too much, just hold hands and pray really hard, like they do.
Honestly, Jova,
Oh wait, this guy again?
Honestly, Jova, you would have just loved to restart the game from the beginning.
Yeah. Anyway, this
And
boss
now they're
guy
just fucking
again?
dead. You can't survive this fall.
But don't worry, Taya. Remember, you know those new clothes that Serah has? They're super powered chaos clothes. Like,
also, this boss is a complete joke. Even if you haven't grind, you can beat it like in 1 minute or something.
Hey, wait a minute. This is the battle theme from Valhalla. What's it doing here?
No, it's literally called Champions of Itro. I guess it fits for the role of Serah, Noel, and Lightning.
I didn't even.
You know, is it sad that I'd have rather had this battle theme be our default battle theme?
That might make the battles a little more enjoyable, and I guess we can't have that.
Hopefully Lightning Returns will be at least more enjoyable in its gameplay.
It is actually, like I said, the battle system is actually very good.
And yet apparently the story, it reeks of so much that it manages to ruin an entire game in the eyes of many.
Not just the story, the world design, because the world design is terrible.
And now the world looks just fine. Well, here, I mean, I guess
remember,
fine
because
is
the dream broke.
Oh, right. So where are they now?
They're still in the same place.
Future.
It's symbolism, Jova. See, basically, since this is Noel's dream, the state of the dream world depends on his mental state. So now that he's happier,
right. It's his dream. Shoot. I thought
okay.
I forgot. I thought we were in a bad future.
Hey, Shiroi.
Okay. So here's the issue.
Okay, hold on. Let me say something. Shiroi.
Yes?
Remember in Frozen, where when you're in the ice palace and the look of the palace that is dependent on Elsa's mental state. Whenever she's happy, it's all blue and shit. Whenever she's angry or
It's red and stuff.
Basically, they're doing the same shit here. Go ahead, Jova.
See, here's the issue. It's like, well, not only are they throwing in dreams, but they're literally mixing that in with a time travel arc, which made it look like it was the bad future.
That face.
Oh, I hate it when that
My
happens.
life shortens every time I see the future. What should I say to Noel?
All right, so yeah,
I mean,
what should
this
we?
may be the most
Shiroi,
confusing
question.
time travel story
Okay.
I've ever
Okay, here we go.
seen before.
I love this.
It doesn't matter. I've already made my decision, and we're going to change the future.
She doesn't even give a shit that
Yeah.
she's near death.
Message from Valhalla
Yeah, who cares
Wait,
about,
where's
you
your-
know, your fiance and your sister and all your
wait.
friends?
Wait. Now all of a sudden Sarah's near death?
Yeah, no, that's the thing, Joe. But remember, every time they change the future, she has to see it, and every time she has a prediction, she gets closer to death.
And that's because
you, that does that.
But Sarah does it too.
Remember, Jova, what we told in part 18. She's the Yule of her time, quote unquote.
So
So
basically,
she has the same powers of the other Yules.
you see, I mean, Sarah at this point is pretty much a sociopath. She doesn't even give a shit about her own death.
And
Never
that's
mind the
just a
fact
complete
that's killing
waste.
other Yules,
Because
too.
aside from the whole cocoon thing, the whole quest for the first game, one of the main themes that constantly got hammered in our fucking heads was the fact that
finding Serah.
would bring him back Serah to life, removing her from crystallization and have her fucking marriage with Snow and be happy with Lightning. This is a complete travesty. I know I shouldn't give a shit about the story in 13 in general, but honestly, even for a person that cared about the first game, this is a complete slap to the fucking face.
Yeah.
I have to agree. It's like, for as much as I may have hated 13, I mean, okay. No matter how much someone may hate your first game, you don't just go and slap potential fans of that first game in the face by just erasing everything and, undoing a lot of any of the good it did.
This is the same problem I have with a character from another game. I'm not gonna mention it because of spoilers. It's heavy rated spoiler. Let's just say that it's a sequel, and what they did to this character in the sequel is pretty much going not going a 180, but making sure there's a complete
There you go, allow me to read this.
deconstruction of her.
Allow me to read this. The Eyes of the Etro is another name given to Yuel's power to see changes in the timeline, not restricted to the past or future. Yuel can witness any period of history. This ability is associated with the powers of chaos, and is thus seen as a blessing of the goddess. The fact that Serah changes this ability is a sign that she has come under the gaze of Etro at some point in the past. Oh, when? Maybe you could show us that? Because
Or-
I don't... That
I
never...
You
guess-
can tell, that's the thing.
Let me guess too. It was revealed in a Japanese-only novel.
Not even that. The game is that this media is that dickish. There's stuff that
Okay,
even the
Wow.
okay. Allow me to remind you, Jove and Shiroi, about that various moments of filler where we just spin around talking about nothing. Maybe instead of wasting time there, we could have actually seen a flashback of that happening. Maybe that would be a little more important than wasting time. Just
Keep
saying.
in mind this, Joba and Shiroi. Aside from the artworks of Yoshitaka Mano, we don't even know how Etro looks like. They keep talking about her, but we don't even see her, not even once.
Yeah. Yeah, the goddess herself, the big force that drives this entire plot forward, never actually shows up on screen.
There aren't even statues about her. There's this thing about her going on that say, "Oh, she died between the ending of the first game and the beginning of Wii." Okay, but show her some sign of her. Not just tell us stuff about her.
And they don't even show it in anything Japanese exclusive. That's pretty bad. But you know, guys, another thing that amazes me. Okay. So this plot really sounds like it's the bottom of the barrel. What the heck? Lightning Returns due to be even worse, less explained, and even more hilariously bad.
Drova, you know the amazement that people found out the first time they read Divine Comedy because people were expecting hell to be completely up, place burning
could you-
and stuff like that, and then Dante did a complete 180 and said that at the bottom of a well it's a frozen lake and everything is cold and basically spook solid. That's the same thing,
Yeah.
Jova. You're not expecting what is in Lightning Returns.
Anyway,
Fuck
I'm convinced.
you, okay?
Okay.
Chocolina, I mean.
Okay. Yeah. At this point, I'm convinced. There is something going up with Chocolina. I'm guessing that she is secretly some mystical being who is just using the body of a human girl to look human. For all I know, she could be like, I don't know, maybe a behemoth in disguise, or, I don't know, some sort of time-traveling beast.
That would actually be better than what they're going for. But don't worry, we'll have the size DLC
Wait.
for to explain her. Shira, what are your thoughts on all this?
Oh, and
I don't care.
Oh, look, a recap.
Because we totally needed that. Like, the whole, 5 hours of
Shiroi,
gameplay we had.
you don't.
What the actual shit?
Shiroi,
Also,
you see- don't you see Shiroi?
Joe,
What the
what's
fuck?
going on?
Don't you see Shiroi? You don't have to cry.
Okay,
Okay, Jova, to answer your question, Jova, no, I have no idea what's going on.
Not going to rest until I find him again.
why are you even looking for him? That's not your goal, you idiot.
Come on. Let's change.
Jova, again, you're expecting the characters in this series in this trilogy to act not like normal functioning human beings.
And now Mog is alive again. Okay.
Hooray! By the way, Mog, what point are you gonna actually play in this story?
None whatsoever.
Yep.
He's supposed to be the comedy relief. The problem, but like I
It's
said,
just because people complain there were not Boogles in the original 13.
hell, even Drippy, who was also there for mostly for comedy relief, even Drippy had his own personal backstory and arc to him.
Oh yeah,
And he
Drippy's
had a
backstory was
purpose,
amazing.
too.
It, like,
He had a yeah.
no, the whole thing
I mean,
when we
heck-
actually get to see where he came from was amazing too.
Yeah.
I hate to do this again, but again, to compare this to Sonic 06, with the sidekick characters, they weren't always the best, but they at least did have their purpose in the grand scheme of things. And heck, I constantly talk about how I actually do sort of like the story for Shadow, if only because it shows a good expansion of Team Dark's relationship. I mean, Jesus Christ, how many times can this game make me compliment Sonic 06?
You know, I must say, I do feel like slightly, incredibly slightly bad for saying all this, because Square are now at least trying, but like Pedro says, you made your bed, you lie in it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Shiroi, like I said in various
Can't change the past by changing the future, Square. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, you're proof of that, Square.
well, like I said various times in our playthrough, Shiroi, the thing is, the sad part is that, as I'm sure, I don't know if Teo will agree with me on this, but I think that Square is actually full of talented developers. It's just Toriyama and Kitase who are the problem, because Nomura, Tabata, Tatsuya Kando is the director of World Ends With You, by the way. Those people are very talented, and they've given us great games. It's just Toriyama and Kitase who are the big problems.
And to be fair, even Kitase is less of a problem than Toriyama, I'd say, because okay.
Yeah, the real problem with
Kitase
Kitase
is
is
not
just
the
not
best-
caring. That's the real
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Because when he wants to, Kitase can be pretty amazing. And also, we do have Kitase to thank partly for the remake actually, being a thing. And he has contributed greatly. His main issue is when he's the one in charge of, overseeing supervision. He's not always the best judge of character, I'd say. That's what I'd say is his main major flaw.
But that's the main reason I want him out, though, because he's the producer. His whole job is quality control. He's there to make sure things go well, and he's not doing any of that. Otherwise, these free
But
games never would have
unfortunately,
happened.
Like you said, it's probably a loyalty thing because of how long he's been there for.
Let's just let Shinji Hashimoto be the producer, because he at least does a better job than Kitase.
My thing with
Wait.
Kitase is right.
Go ahead,
Is
Shiro.
something going on
Can you guys
here?
give me a time, please?
Oh, that. Go to... we're at 18 minutes 35, 36.
Okay, I'll try and get to 19 or 19:30.
1930? You're at 19?
Yeah, I'll try to get there.
Sure.
That's
No,
what
no,
I'm
no,
telling
no,
you,
no.
So we'll know if it's safe.
Don't
to
worry,
capture.
don't worry. We're just loading right now, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh wait, we're actually finally out of the loading. That was a loading screen that didn't take longer than 10 seconds for once. Thank you, game. I feel so amazed.
But
Just tell us when you get a time, Shiri.
Oh, it's just the beginning. Well, we're gonna be here for a
Okay,
while.
guys, a little bit further than that. I'm at 19:45.
Sure.
Alright.
Don't worry.
basically, Jova, since we talked over, they kind of explain. Remember that Caius can transform into Bahamut for no reason whatsoever. He did that at the beginning of the game.
Yes.
That's because he was a lessee first, and Bahamut was his eidolon. However, he was when he became immortal and got the powers of Itro, his lessee status disappeared, but he basically fused himself with his summon. So that's why he can transform and.
Alright,
got all the
Shiro,
magic
get ready.
powers.
Okay, and click.
Okay.
There you go.
There's a lot.
But in that
There you
case,
go,
Theo, as
Jova.
this now
Here's your
loading
loading
screen
screen, for
continues.
fuck's sake.
And the interesting thing is that loading for some reason was silent. I'm not kidding. I swear there was nothing wrong with my recording. That's really how the loading is. For some reason, that loading is silent.
Is this my village?
So, let me get this straight, though. Caius was used with Bahamut, but then shouldn't traces of him have shown up in Bahamut every time Fang summoned him?
Oh my god, this background looks
Jova.
terrible.
Basically, the idea is that the Eidolons are kind of like Pokemons. They're copies
Oh.
of them, and LCs get them randomly based on their personalities or something.
Hey Shiroi, you've been asking
So,
for this
let me
entire.
get this straight. So let me get this straight. The Shiva
Yeah?
sisters,
on.
Bahamut,
Sorry, Joe, go on.
Alexander, everyone is now just a mere Pokemon. That's like saying that Ramu is like,
Don't
hey,
you remember?
here's a
Don't you remember, Joe? At the beginning of the game,
get
Lightning
it.
used a bunch of different palette swap Eidolons.
I
Yeah.
thought that they were just the Eidolons from the last game, but no, they're all just stinking copies. Wow. Wow. This... So let me
But
get
you were-
this straight.
attack
This trilogy
sword.
has now...
Come on,
so let
Pedro,
me
you're
get-
not even try fighting it.
No.
So let me get this
Like
straight.
I said,
Kate.
Theo, at this point I've completely checked out.
Okay. So let me get this straight, guys. This trilogy has now made the iconic summons nothing more special than a random Pokemon.
Yes.
Wow,
Well, I would be lying if I say that didn't ever happen in the franchise before. I don't remember the chapter specifically, but I'm certain it happened before.
Okay, Shiroi, remember how for this entire playthrough you've been asking where the hell lightning is?
Yeah.
Well, that's what
Is she
this.
just
really
gonna
sure
come out from
yes.
behind a rock and go, surprise, motherfuckers?
You just guessed it. Good job.
What?
Ow. Oh wait, yeah, that's right. I think we're coming to that part where I call.
Yes, we are. Yes, it's
Are
right
they gonna
now.
completely
There she
half-ass it?
is.
Okay,
Hey,
here we
hey,
go.
hey, Lightning! Where the fuck have you been?
Are we in Valhalla?
What are you doing here?
Thank you.
This is a future.
Oh
I've
crap!
been stalking you the
So-
whole time.
So let me get this straight. Valhalla all this time was just Cocoon. Future.
No, she's out of Valhalla right now.
It's
Wait, I thought she couldn't get out.
Yeah, that's the catch. She cannot stay
Well,
out.
earlier
too long.
you tried to doom me,
It is you,
so...
isn't it? I've been looking everywhere for you. Where have you been?
You
She's
wanna
more
try
emotional
hard-
about her
you wanna
sister
try
than her own
hard there, or
fiancé.
Serah, have you
Well,
completely
to be fair,
abandoned
Shiroi, it's her sister, so it makes sense,
I
doesn't it?
know, but I mean, there's a difference between being less enthusiastic and not caring.
Also, those.
Here we go. Here it is. Let's see what happened in the ending of the original game. Here we go.
Okay, sure. Are you ready?
Cocoon was saved by Fang and Vanille's sacrifice.
Yes.
I only told you I was going to the supermarket. You didn't have to ruin time.
And our brain
Okay. Now just sure, right? This scene actually showed up in the trailer,
Yeah.
Yep.
gate opened and
Square-Enix was
and
this
this
stupid.
is the big twist.
the goddess gifted us with her mercy.
So yeah, the
And they
reason.
showed it in the trailer.
So yeah,
The reason they uncrystallized was because Etro did it.
yeah, the goddess of this game was the one who freed them from crystal prisons.
Oh hey, Saz and Dodge.
I missed you.
There you go. Now we're watching actual new footage made specifically for this game.
And yet the CGI here looks even weaker than the CGI of the first game.
Again, lesser budget.
But it's CGI. The least you could do is actually, make it look consistent.
Neil and Fang were gone,
Ouch.
and the world hung in silence.
No, it didn't. It played Leonolus's My Hands at the time. It was anything but silent.
A new battle was about to begin.
Well, we just ended 13.
So yeah, everybody. Those of you who liked, including Jova, who liked the ending of the first game, well, there you go.
Fuck you. This is what you
It's
get.
not so much
fuck
I
you.
like it.
Square-Enix, because fuck you guys.
And it's not so much that I like the ending. I mean, I go, okay, Michael, compared to a standard game, I didn't like it.
you
but-
could have chose a more subtle way to drag Lightning into your fucking realm.
And Kingdom Hearts are off.
Me away to the edge of time.
No. This song does not deserve Sanctuary.
Also, to be perfectly honest, when Serah and Noel traveled through time, they didn't got retconned from time history. Why the hell it happened to Lightning?
I don't know.
Because Serah's the chosen one, and that somehow translates into lightning getting picked to go to Valhalla.
But Noel wasn't. We clearly established that he wasn't. He was just a random
maybe
peasant
Noel was-
going around.
Maybe Noah's supposed to be the descendant of the offspring of hope and lightning.
Of
Ew.
course.
Well, seriously, look at Noel. He
Hey, look, Jova, the world that never was! The world that never was now!
Wow, okay, maybe I should be singing Sanctuary.
Okay, Shiva, remember the ending of Kingdom Hearts 2?
Yep.
Doesn't this speech look
That's a
suspiciously
but also
familiar
the
to you?
beginning. Yeah!
Doesn't this
remember
speech
the
look
ending?
incredibly familiar to you?
Oh no, it's
Yes.
Valhalla again!
So yeah, he's basically now they're ripping off Kingdom Hearts again. Sorry about that.
I mean, they could reference it in a good game, but no.
So yeah,
Hey,
hold on, Jova, because now we're about to see the scene that basically this is what the game was made for. This is the entire
Yeah.
purpose. This is the entire purpose of this game's creation.
Let me
That we're-
guess. Sailor Moon transformation.
Of
Yep.
course. Yep.
Oh
of
god.
course.
Mahou Sojo, and yes, you guessed it, it involves a not
Here we go.
completely, but naked lightning.
All right,
indeed.
fanboys, get a hold of that back. You fucking for like a whole for like a half second. Did you even see her belly button for a second?
Wow, that was...
There you go. This was why the game. There you go, Shiro. This is why the game was made for this particular moment.
For magical
I hate
girl
Sarah.
naked transformations.
Yes.
Yep.
and
There you
we-
go. Okay, so
It's
so basically, the story with this is that Etro is being threatened to die, so she chose Lightning to be her personal guardian. Basically, Lightning was literally chosen by the goddess to protect her, and that's why
Doesn't
she's
make no sense.
that's why she's fighting Kai's in the beginning. There you go.
So let me get this straight. Caius is trying to kill the goddess Cetro, yet he himself is still trying to die
that's
because
no,
Thor is
that's
killing-
not actually how it works. That's the thing. Etro is already dead. Lightning is supposed to be her champion, but Kaio still wants to destroy everything because he wants the timeline to be collapsed.
And again, Caius just has to die for this to go amok, right?
Yeah,
He has
yeah,
to
that's
be
the
stabbed
thing.
in the heart.
That's the thing I have to say for a point. Caius is supposed to be immortal. The only way to kill him, is to stab him through the heart because he has the heart of Etro, you know, the whole thing. But however, stabbing him will release chaos to the world and make the timeline collapse. Here's the thing, because the characters are completely clueless on how to do things, and of course they will reason like they did in the first game and say, let's just do it, it will work. Actually, there is a game I'm gonna eventually record in the future called the Banner Saga, which handles this plot point much better and says, okay, there's an immortal character, we cannot kill it, and even if we did, we're not really scalable. What do? What they do is basically find a way, for their particular way the world works, to basically stun him and giving him a permanent coma for eternity. Do it the
That's
same,
good,
like
actually.
impaling from the head on a wall or something. Make sure he doesn't move anymore.
Yeah,
Is that
actually
fucking
did
hard?
work.
You know, Teo, since you seem to be a lot more clueful about this plot, explain one thing to me that I never got the explanation from this game. Why the fuck
look
does
at
Caius
Lightning's
have the heart of
flash.
the heart of Etro?
He was chosen by the goddess when she died.
But
Makes sense, I guess. in the
does it?
context.
Does it?
Yeah.
In the
No, it was
context,
cho-
Pedro,
it
as much as
tried
it can
but
in
it
the
was still
context.
chosen.
Whatever. I don't
Actually,
even care.
Explained before that he was chosen by the goddess.
At this point, I just want to get this over with.
Whoa. So let me get this straight. So according to Serah, a Valhalla is basically just the equivalent to a bad future. So Valhallas are also
That's
multiple.
a fucking lie, because the Fabula Nova Crystallis, which was made before this game, clearly established that Valhalla is just the realm of the god, where the gods lived.
Wait a minute. Okay. I'm starting to see a theme here. There's multiple UOs, multiple Valhallas, and multiple Eidolons. Wait a minute. This is sounding like one of those stupid multiple plots where everything is connected because there's a multiple to it.
Call Atlas, the Final Fantasy edition.
Actually, Jova,
Pedro?
there are not such things as alternate dimensions here, so be thankful for that.
Lightning then told us what would happen to
Yes, Jova, you said my name. What was it?
in 500 AF. The
Whoa. Okay, Skype call went a bit fritzy there, but my recording's still going. Oh, I think the stupidity overwhelmed the call for a bit.
You were about to say something to me, Jova?
Pedro, what's up with all the multiple things, like with the multiple ULs, the multiple Valhallas, and the multiple
you're asking me? As the judge said in the first turnabout, you asking me? I didn't write this.
The multiple yours are because, remember, each Yule dies every time the future changes, so there has to be spare parts.
Oh, I get that. I'm just wondering, is there like a particular theme? Because usually when a Final Fantasy game does this...
there's not. Trust me, there's
man,
not.
usually when a
The
Final Fantasy...
whole thing just reeks of fanfiction.
Yeah. I already spoke that once Lightning Returns came out a couple of years ago, and I still say today, there are fanfictions on the internet that are better wrote than both these and Lightning Returns. Most of them involve sex between one or more characters.
Wow.
No, I will even go that far. I've seen hentais that are better written than this.
Would you say School Days was better than this?
And also, Pedro, to be fair, I think the fans would have done a better job writing an actual Final Fantasy story than this.
Oh yeah, totally.
I agree. Okay.
This is
Time to go to one of the...
this is not a proper Final Fantasy plot. This is Toriyama's masturbation fantasy.
Again, like Jim Sterling said in his review, the entire point of these games is not to entertain people. It's for Toriyama to indulge his own ego.
Okay, Pedro.
Alice suggested that the reason this game is incredibly low budget is because Toriyama spent all his money on a life-size robot of lightning.
Yeah, probably.
That makes sense. Okay, Pedro. Time to hit one of the lowest common denominators. You've seen it now, but would you say that this game is actually worse written than the School Days anime?
Yes. Because at least in the School Days anime, I know what's going on. I know what each character.
Even if it's a giant piece of shit.
I mean that don't get me wrong. I'm not saying School Days is good. It's a piece of fucking shit. But at least in that anime, I know what's going on, why it's going on. I know what each character's motivation is.
And let it be known for the record, audience, that Pedro actually called Snow a genius compared to the characters of the School Days anime.
Oh, no,
and
yeah.
That anime is better writing than this game. Well, actually, and yes, I see definitely where you're coming from. Because, that School Days anime pisses off a lot of people, but at least it actually had something of a story going on and something that could be considered realistic. Granted, it doesn't handle realism the best, but at least the characters were fleshed out. Oh dear Lord!
Terribly, but at least they bothered to flesh them out. I mean, what do we know shit about Serah? Really, what do we know about Serah?
She's the chosen one, and she's apparently
a teacher.
Oh, goody! By the way, that's right, Shiroi. Remember how in the third part we established that Serah is a teacher?
All those kids are stupid now because she left them.
Not just that. Remember? Did you notice how they don't do anything with the teacher part of her personality?
Why are we on the Rainbow Road?
No, they've done nothing with it.
That's the thing. That's what the next part is for. Because in the next part, you're going to see the whole teacher thing was made specifically for one really stupid joke. We're going to see in the next part.
Whoa.
You became a teacher because your destiny demands it.
No, you'll see. You'll see.
Wait, hold on. We're near endgame, and we're now bringing in unnecessary humor? Okay. And I'll just say this, it is okay for a game to have humor at the end game. Heck, even Kingdom Hearts did it. Granted, that was kind of a given since it had Donald and Goofy with you, but all the same, though, it's not impossible. It's just the way this game has been going, though. It doesn't really strike me as the most humorous to have at the end game.
See, the thing, my guess, Jova, is...
Oh, what am I thinking? Mog's here for comedy's sake.
My theory, Jova, is that a lot of people commented that Final Fantasy XIII took itself way too seriously and had basically no humor of any kind. So Toriyama figured, I guess I should give a go at this humor shit.
And that's sad because in the first game, Saz was supposed to be the comic relief, and yet like your stereotypical comedy black guy like Eddie Murphy.
And yet, I didn't hate him. Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's nothing remarkable as a character, but he was okay, fine to a point, and he was undoubtedly the best character of the cast. And yeah, he's stereotypical, but at least he wasn't that stereotypical, thank God.
So yeah, there you
So
go,
now
everybody. The plot is finally kinda sort of explained in part 20.
So yes. So you see, Shiroi, all this time it was just Kingdom Hearts. With the whole memory shtick thing. Lightning goes missing, of course, because reasons. People forget about her, just like in Kingdom Hearts 2 when people forgot about you-know-who. Well, what am I saying? I mean, go out, people would forget about him or her and whatnot. Basically, it's just the game pulling a Kingdom Hearts.
Badly.
Oh, wait, what am I saying? The game's been doing
There you
that
go,
like 75% of the time.
There you go, Shiroi. We met Lightning. Happy now?
No.
She's here to stay.
Well, Shiroi, in that case, you're not going to be happy with the next part, which we will see the main campaign ending.
Hashtag fuck you, Toriyama.
Yeah, it's gonna tune in for the next part 21, everybody, because that part is gonna be a marathon of 1 hour and 13 minutes. And believe it or not, I actually cut out the credits. And yet it still took that long.
Alright, see you
This
for that.
part is going to be over an hour?
Yeah, the next part is gonna be 1 hour and 13 minutes. So
Jova, I hope you have a nice hour-long part of Ace Attorney ready.
Actually, sure I do, but unfortunately with Dwibs not around, we won't be able to do that right after.
sorry, Shiroi.
However, sure, we do have the Ace Attorney anime nowadays, so there's
Yay!
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Dwebs wants in on that, so...
that. Oh, we're not
Oh,
going
and
to officially
also,
commentate
speaking of
on
the
it, but for
magical
fun.
girl stuff, it seems...
Alright,
that
everybody.
with
Alright,
season-
we're
Yeah,
already
I'll
drawing
tell you
this
in a
part
minute.
out. So, see you, everybody,
See you
for the
Yeah.
quote-unquote finale, even though it's not really. See ya.
Oh,
Yep.
dear.